Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all doing well. I hope everybody's getting on with their lives and doing it serenely. I hope you've all got into your weeks nicely. I have, in a way, I think I've gone down with something, to be absolutely honest with you. I've got a bit of a scratchy throat and the sniffles. The weather's playing up, of course it is. I think we've got about 17 degrees Celsius here, and it's raining and very low-lying grey clouds, and it's windy, so no sign of summer. But I mean, I won't divulge too much. That would probably make me a conspiracy theorist. But speaking of which, I got this through the post today, a book that I've been after for a little while now called The Club of Rome. It's a book written by John Coleman. And the Club of Rome, for those who don't know, is a think tank that is directly connected with what we kind of call very loosely the New World Order. There's a bit more to it than that. But yeah, it's a book I'm intrigued about, and I'm going to read later on. It's not that thick, so it'll be easy to blast through, I think. I've got a few other books actually on the way that I've ordered. And I thought it was quite poignant, the timing of it. It was pure coincidence, although there's no such thing, of course, because of, in light of the event that was the performance over in America, in Pennsylvania, where our beloved orange head, Mr. Trump, was attacked by somebody wielding a pea shooter, quite clearly. Now, I won't go into detail in terms of what is clearly flawed when you look at the visuals of that showpiece. But one thing I will always say is always look at the numerology. And on this one, it's a very basic one to ascertain the knowledge you need in terms of it being not real. There were no lives at risk at all. It was a pure bit of show, basically. Ritualistic by nature, of course, hence the numerology. So in this case, the date was the 13th of the 7th. So 13 times 7 would give you 91. And of course, the year is 2024. So you add those numbers together, you get 8. And 91 plus 8 is, of course, 99. Divided by 3, you have your 33. 333 is 99. Now, that's just on an exceedingly basic level. But you can look at all these events that are staged, and you will find very similar patterns. I won't mention the obvious ones, but things like 9/11 and stuff like that. Very, very clear a numbers game going on. Anyway, I won't go on too much about what we witnessed, but it was a joke, and the bigger joke, but in a way, the bit that saddens me most really is the fact that so many people still go for it. So many people still get Pied Pipered, and I just do not get it. The amount of things that have been thrown before our eyes over the last few years that are clearly flawed, clearly not what we're told they are, and yet people still gobble it up. And that is the disturbing thing. And the controllers know that, which is why they keep doing it, because it always reaches a welcoming audience. It's unfortunate, but it's the world we live in. Some of us have woken up to it, and some of us stick by our guns rigidly. Others wilt, even in so-called awake communities, and still fall for it a little bit. It's a total and utter joke, but of course with sinister undertones, unfortunately. But anyway, while we're at it, I'd like to also announce briefly, before I forget, actually, it's one of the reasons why I did this video, that there will be a Flat Earth meetup, of course, coming up on Tuesday, the 30th of July at the Bridge House Hotel in Ferndown on the fringes of Bournemouth. And gracing us with his presence will be allegedly Dave Murphy, who will be talking about the fourth dimension. So anybody nearby, do pop along, have a couple of drinks, get involved, and hang out with us. I hope to make it if I can. I've missed a few meetups, unfortunately, but that's down to health issues, as I mentioned in my last video. but I will endeavour to get there this time round if I can. I really would not like to miss it because it is also the 2nd anniversary. Blimey, how time flies. Anyway, I thought I would just mention that to you. Yeah, this is a book I think I'm going to enjoy reading. It's one of, like I said, many books that I've ordered that have all to do with the whole, control structure of the realm in which we live. That would include Tavistock and those sorts of things. Because at the end of the day, what you see on your TV screens is not organic. None of it is actually really real. There might be 1 or 2 real stories mixed in, to prop up the lies. But apart from that, most of what you see is pure show. There are reasons for it, of course. It's to do with social programming and social engineering and creating narratives and, all that sort of stuff. Ensuring that people have certain perspectives and maintain those perspectives and all the rest of it and stay in line and all that. But, people have to be aware that there are a lot of shenanigans going on and the media are complicit. They are part of it. At the end of the day, the power structures are way beyond those who people think are in charge. They are not your politicians. Most definitely not. They're way over their heads. We're talking above the financial sector. We're talking above the banks. It's not just follow the money. It's go beyond that. Anyway, on that note, I thought I'd just bring that to you. In the background, I've got a concert going on there, actually. A good band. I thought I'd just mention it. I mean, I didn't really want to plug bands here, but I'll do that anyway. There's a band there I'm listening to at the moment called Two Door Cinema Club. Very well worth checking out. Good indies band from Northern Ireland. Anyway, there we go. I digress. So on that note, I hope to see some of you, see you all soon, I should say. And some of you much, much sooner, of course. Until then, take care. Bleib gesund, as the Germans would say. And see you all soon. Ta-ta for now.